Hi guys, this is Adam from Ecowise. Come back to our property here in the mountains. We haven't been here for pretty much a month because we've been working so busily with school groups, doing our environmental education, outdoor stuff that we do, which has been great. And it's a beautiful season. We've had incredible floods and landslides in Piemonte, in this part of Italy, about 3 weeks ago. And one of the issues with this property is you're off-grid. There's no electricity, no water, no sewage, no anything. And as you can perhaps hear, we had a pleasant surprise when we came up here the other day. Some of the old tubes that the old guy that was born here told us about are flowing again. As you can hear, it's absolutely pissing out with water there. We don't know where this is coming from. We don't know if it's from a spring or from more kind of groundwater or stream. It's probably not possible. We don't know, but it's absolutely pouring out. So we've got water at the moment. That was what the family used here traditionally, was this water. Listen. Like waves, listen. You hear what I'm saying?
No.
Listen. Well, I don't know if you just can't hear it. There's a thunder and then there's a noise over there. It's just going. I can fucking hear it. It's like a roaring noise over there. Look. It's coming around. There's a kind of roaring. Look at that. Must have hit San Castagneto, I reckon. Castagneto and San Sebastiano is coming this way, from around that way and around that way. It's coming around us. Over there is where it's scary. Listen to that sound. Can't you hear that? Hail coming, listen. It's coming, watch out. What's that noise? Listen to the noise. You hear it now. You hear that over there, listen. That's like a waterfall noise. They get big already, I tell you. That hurts. Listen to it. One already. Look at this one already. Already. You can hear it now. That noise, that's what we... Go down so you see it. get down, you'll see them dance. So this is where we came with the geologist, and this is a collection basin for the water that's coming out from the tube in the Crutin, in the building. So this is spring water. Underneath this heavy concrete lid, there's a collection container, cement it looks like, with a tube that's coming from this direction. And when we looked with the hydrologist, who's a geologist hydrologist, we were trying to work out where the spring that this is fed from, because there's obviously a spring here, and we saw on the map there was 8 meters over there, it looked like, because it was a scale map done by a surveyor and by another geologist 30 years ago or so. Sounds like all the people that made that map and actually made this have died, so nobody actually knows where it is. But what we discovered since coming with the hydrologist is that up here on the trail, if you come up here, so this is about 8 meters from where that collection point is. And it sounds like, from talking with the son of, with a guy, it was his uncle who actually made this well, who's not here anymore. I mean, he's dead. But it sounds like the springs are actually under this flattened road thing. That wasn't there before, it was just a footpath. So this has been dug afterwards. So where the springs are somewhere under here is the point where those tubes are coming from, but again, we don't know exactly. And the hydrologist confirmed that this area here is an area with lots of natural springs. You can see the kind of geoformation, the landform. You've got a lot of water that's coming all year, springs. But what we don't know is if this is a perennial spring or if it's going to dry up in the hottest, driest summers. So for now it's good. We don't know if it's potable. We're obviously going to have to do tests. But there is a supply of water we've got that we can use. But what we want to do is get our own well on our land, dig down, and get our own, hopefully reliable source of potable water that hopefully will not dry up. It's probably connected to the same spring system. And when I asked the geologist what he thought about the best ways of doing it, he told me the different ways you would do it scientifically. You would take different surveys of areas and look at the electro resistance. The less resistant there is, the more water, the more saturated with water the soil is, and you have to do a whole network, and it's quite a complex thing, and it costs a lot, and it's not necessarily very accurate. So how you drill a well and where you do that on our land is not clear. So I said to him, well, in which case, what do you think about everybody here locally saying you should use a dowser, a rabdomante, they call it in Italian. And I said, okay, so you're a scientist, you're a hydrologist, you're a geologist, you work in the field of making wells, that's your expertise in this area. What do you think? He said, well, what you got to do is you got to get a good dowser. And I said, what do you mean by that? He said, well, the story is a year ago, I was with my geological organization and we were drilling for a well on a piece of land, and there was a dowser there as well, and they said, you're wasting your time, you're not going to find water, there's no way. And he'd done his own independent thing with his hazel sticks, and they dug down and they found water, so the guy was completely wrong. But then another time, a few years earlier, there'd been absolutely no evidence of the geology and of the hydrology and scientifically of anything that there could possibly be any reason to dig for a well. But the dowser had said there's absolutely going to be water here. You go down 11.5 meters, you're going to find it. And they all thought he was completely stupid and crazy. And they went down 11.5 meters and they hit the best spring in the whole area. So basically, at the end of the day, what we're going to do now is we're going to get a dowser, even though it's kind of a bit crazy. But even the scientists are saying, you know what, it seems to work if you get a good one. This is where they came to bring electricity. They put 1, 2 of these poles, and then the third one here you can see above the car there. And then where Jasmine's walking, they dug a trench and they put the cables, the electricity cables, to the electricity box that we'll just show you in a sec. That you're saying, good, but this is, I always see as another, here, look, Flavio, just the movement. I always see the architecture to get, of course, where Yenka is the depth and what you can bring out.
O è un rifugio o anche là dentro magari occhio che magari non ci sono ancora armi.
Lo so, e così non sono entrati.
Perché dicono che in Italia i partigiani, non sapendo come andava a finire, le armi non le hanno restituite, le hanno nascoste.
No,
le hanno nascoste perché tu, ma
esatto, perché questo è lungo.
non siamo entrati, ma con un pilo più forte si
E comunque è
vede
scavato nella
20
terra,
metri.
perché lì è una radice.
Sì, questo
Qua
è terra.
a rischio anche di crollo.
È molto a rischio, guarda, è crollato qui. Non voglio anche entrare.
No.
E questo è dove l'anziano è fatto, e noi abbiamo cambiato. Sì, c'è ancora.
E ne hai anche di pressione.
Sì, di pressione.
Voglia.
Però abbiamo cambiato questo, ma c'è acqua, ma non sappiamo
Però
dove
non si
arriva.
sa dura. Qui c'è volta. Carina però. C'è. Ecco, sì. Però sì, hai visto pulito tu, ma tutto no, ma
You start to put stones that are aligned here, and then you do the same on the inside, and then on the inside of the wall you fill it up. So
I mean, when they made it
yeah,
originally,
they made it
like
one
that.
side, the other side, and inside
Fill it
it's
up.
like
Yeah,
muro a
yeah,
sacco.
yeah.
Esatto. E questo siamo a 50 metri che possiamo raggiungere.
devi aggiungere un po' qui e un po' là. Guarda di robe, abbiamo una roba, sì. Perché qui sta poi, allora io poi te lo dico perché sì. Ah, sì, sì. Calcio dietro, qui. Sì, là secondo me è semplicemente slegata da quell'altro edificio, non è, no, anche quello.
Invece anche questo. Prova di
Poi i muri li vuoi intonacare tutti o lasciare...
Poi se c'è qualcosa da verificare ci studia il modo.
Però non...
Questo
un
qui,
po' a... non so gonfiato, non so l'effetto del...
io allora questo qui l'ho previsto in smontare. Però facciamo qui appunto per vedere
Could come more. So here that would be an entrance, and then here we have to understand the relationship between that stairs that could disappear,
Yeah.
and having steps so that through this bridge you can then go down on this deck.
Yeah.
And then here that could be
Here.
yeah, steps to go up to that balcony and steps to go inside the house, because this would be
Here. Yeah.
the glass edge and the glass facade would come more.
Why don't you see the glass facade coming plane to the same parallel to that and connect it? You see what I'm saying? And then you get a lot more volume. And maybe lift that, or I don't know, lift one or the other, or how the roof. I don't know how to connect the roof space to bring this out so you've got the space here, so you don't have it completely closed because of the height of the roof. But
Yeah, but at the moment I'm not thought a lot about the roof, because
Yeah.
I think it's again, I don't want to be too on the details. I mean, here the idea would be we remove the roof and we will
see what exactly.
and then we have to I mean, who the fuck
Yeah, exactly.
complain, and then
Just
here,
the neighbor there. That's the problem. Because they said, did we recycle and Lord? I don't want to do it, Lord.
no, but
It's too heavy. It's too heavy. Yeah, yeah. Still, please. Just something. Just say it.
Okay, now stop.
Going on the left. Keep forward. Okay, if we
So which bit?
go that way.
That way?
Right, yeah.
Do you want to change that a minute?
We're going over here.
It's very nice, right?
What's your feet, Joe?
knew there was a very good reason for having a very strong sun.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, just slowly, carefully.
Yeah.
You're going to trip and stuff here potentially, so be careful. Look at the Marimano over there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, big boys.
Yeah, but they're all behind the fence,
Yeah,
so
but
we're
they're beautiful.
okay.
Look how
The
beautiful
Alps
they
are
are.
stunning.
You shot that. Look at them with the sheep. You can close in. You can go a bit closer. Even. The baby sheep. That's a baby Marimano. Look, the baby dogs in there too.
Yeah,
Look,
there's
there's
4
2 or
there.
3. Is there?
Yeah.
Wow. You see the baby? Watch Nona. Watch Nona. Nona, come to a safe bit.
I put the seat underneath the shade of the chestnut tree.
Is that where your swimming pool?
Mum, you're going to be starring in the next video.
You're good, that's fine.
Yes.
That's good.
Smile at the camera as you go past it, please.
I think you should set it up as instead of a zip line, having a non-aligned.
Non-aligned.
Two bears coming.
So this is the dirt road that goes up the mountain and goes to the village and joins the tarmac road about just under a kilometre down there. And this is where we've made our road that we've just finished now. So we built this up. I mean someone following my ideas and instructions built this up with dry stone wall here. Well, it's not a wall, it's the dry stone massive rocks that he's piled up so that there's a nice angle here, otherwise it was going to tip over. We've put in some of these drainage canals, so hopefully when it rains the whole thing, the whole thing with making it right like this is you've got to be aware of the water, what's going to happen when there's a flood event or a heavy rain, because otherwise the whole road gets washed out. So hopefully this is going to take off some of the water that's coming off the road. This is underneath this. There's some building waste, old tiles and bricks, and then this is a material that's kind of gravel with some cement mixed in, so it gets compacted. So you can see this is all built up along here, and you follow the road along here, and there's another big drainage channel under here that hopefully will catch some of the water that comes from the road and comes through under here. This was already there, we've replaced it with a new one, and it built up the rocks solidly here. And then we've made a small parking area so we can get here. There's our car, you can get it. It's not a four-wheel drive. I mean, living here in the long term we're going to need a four-wheel drive, there's no question, because if it snows and stuff. But in the moment now, we can actually get here with our car. There's another of these drainage canals to hopefully take the water from this incline, redirect it off the road and wash everything away. And here is the small parking area. And again, we're going to develop this over time. This is just the beginning point. We're going to continue on that area over there. This isn't our land, this is communal land, so it's the local county land. We have verbal permission to do this for the mayor, not written permission, so hopefully nobody's going to make a scene. And we want to continue it around there as an access route for delivery of materials in the future. And we've got to work out how the actual entrance to the house would function. So here's back to the electricity. Here's the electricity comes to this final pole, and then there's a trench dug under here that gets up to the electricity box that's there. Where's the whatever it's called, the contatore, is the thing where you read the electricity bill basically. And from there we've got a very simple earthing, and we've got a fuse box system that we're going to plug in, and from that run an extension cord into the little house here that we've just restored. That's the one we showed you inside. We're going to be using as a glorified tent basically. It's a slightly more upgrade than camping, where we've done the floor and you've seen we've done that inside there. So we're going to have the electricity will be able to run into that, and then in the future, from that box, we'll be able to run the electricity to the whole house as we develop the proper house in the future for real. What? This thing? I don't know why that's there.
Magari è un lampadario.
I don't understand why
To hang their clothes.
I rituali esorcisti.
It's like a
Hang their clothes.
Could be, no, could be, come si dice lampadario?
What's that?
Don't fucking fall, because it would be quite annoying.
You know the thing where you hang the lamps,
Yeah.
but
The lamp
very
shade.
Modern.
No, I think it's for clothes.
Oh, there is a fucking hole right there.
Yeah, see what happened is the people, Domenico told me that the last people who were renting or whatever it was with the sheep here had an argument with him, and they took the lock for this door. Right?
There's only 3 things.
So he took the lock for this door.
Yeah.
And then he had to get in, so he broke that to get in from the inside. That's where.
Oh.
Careful,
But
big
it's
spider
still
walking
rotten,
towards you.
can see it. It's all
Big
collapsed.
spider.
In fact, that's the Domenico del Filippo. That's the same guy. He's still alive. He told me that. This is
so
where
it's
he was
made.
born. Well, I don't know if I think it was made for him when he was a baby. And then he had his cooler was here.
But this is interesting.
Inventato da Maria De Filippo. Oh, this hollow.
So how you gonna...
Yeah, no, that was probably for when they threw the hay. I don't fucking know. We've got to empty everything. And then in theory, we can make this all into living space and bring this out.
Yeah, like the walls. Just
Yeah, we can, in theory, we can extend it by 50 square meters, the living space. Because there's this room, 50 metri.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. So in theory, there's this. Oh, fuck, go on. This room, then there's downstairs. It's a bit short, but if you could maybe make one big open, and then the whole.
It's not on. There it is. And then.
We're going night mode. Another one? No, he's in the wrong side. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. 3. Okay. So, let's get underneath it. Pulling in there like that. It's not quite. I haven't got any exit. Okay, should we go to you a little bit? Yeah, a bit. How much you got there? Now I'm right flush with the wall. Yeah. So maybe another centimetre. Yeah, that's better. Do you want to go to you a little bit more? Well, I'm only just at the edge. Come over because I've got a little bit. Yeah, now I've got 2 centimetres exit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A bit of a topic on this one. Okay. There's one. try not to rip it. So you can't see the stone tiles on the roof, the thick lows, big stones. We moved them around, so hopefully it's gonna make it a bit more weatherproof and rainproof. We put this roofing material on that will hopefully catch any drips if they come in. We put a floor in on top of the vault. We basically, in order to do all that, we cleared out all the shit. It was just so full of rubbish and bombs and all kinds of weird things. So now we got to, the next stage is to make some small window here. It's very uneven. So unless you're much better with wood than I am, making a window frame would be difficult. So we're just going to get probably some plexiglass and just shove it in there. So think of a way of closing up this top bit a bit. I don't want to use that expandable foam stuff, although everybody says that's the best thing, but it's just kind of horrible. So we'll probably just use stones for now and put them in there and close it in with maybe some cement. And then we got to get the wood burning stove that's short so that it can have the tube that goes out here. Open this hole up and then we can sleep in it. And we're away. That's really good stuff.
How many can you eat before you get to the next?
I don't know. Probably a lot. It's just such a nice flavor, isn't it?
Not chestnut. It's walnut.
Walnut tree. What's that? We collected.
I don't know if it's walnut.
You see the walnuts we got from these two? No. Are they good? Yeah.
I know exactly how far to go.